Inside the studios, we get Engineer Mohammed Alpha. Good morning once more. Welcome to Radio Democracy.
Good morning.
Firstly, for the benefit of listeners, start for tell listeners within now the work of enterprise data and network.
Okay, I think you mean TY Memory
TY
Masters.
Memory Masters.
Okay, thank you very much for this and giving me this opportunity, at least for showcase TY Memory Masters na the studio. TY Memory Masters now an indigenous Sierra Leonean company established in 2000 where they do the work of ICT, information communication. So TY Memory Masters don't engage itself in so many work. I can give you a rundown of some of these works. We get for the National Revenue Authority, TY Memory Masters solely now them build the infrastructure today where the Asikuda wall, where government they enjoy today, forget revenue. Then TY Memory Masters also now them build the integrated tax management system infrastructure today where government, the NRA, they enjoy, for collecting tax and what have you. For the central bank, we don't do the bedrock for the RTGS and the ACPH, where now the real-time gross settlement and the automated check clearing processing house. This infrastructure we sit down where the central bank interconnect 15 commercial banks. Now we reliably do that infrastructure we done it for over a decade, where then this government and these people of this country they enjoy. The national switch, this is a project we they on now. We don't interconnect 17 commercial banks plus the MNOs, the mobile operators, for this easy money transfer. Now, we don't build data centers across this country and across the globe. I can tell you typically, we do the data center for the Central Bank of Sao Tome. Now me do the data center for the Central Bank of Liberia. So among all, we as a social corporate responsibility, we provide space for students them, for Jala, Frabe College, for can do internship, for let them can learn. So when they come, we can able push them back na the market, for let them get their livelihood. So in the nutshell, this that we TY Memory Masters.
Alright, you just explain about work and the things and so far we don't do. But recently we see una concern about over 6,000 tablets. One of the people we been bid for that particular project. What's una concern?
Thank you very much again. This not for be with concern, this for be with all concern. If we look this is the flagship, one of the flagship of the president. Free education. Free education, we don't enjoy them in the 70s. And sometimes I make me passionately get, forfeit against corruption, against this free education we people want for malign. Now, we'll be involved in the bid for the procurement of then tablets here. The first bid will not make a part of them, but this first bid was done and was cancelled because of bad product. I've been listening to the procurement specialists in interview na this station, where say they may cancel them. Yes, they may do this bid, but they may cancel them. And the reason we give not be really substantial. He said they cancel them because they're not ready. But for God's sake, my brother, for prepare a bid, a painstaking, and the financial commitment to this bid preparation is among us. Assuming, example, for this one where we do alone, now $50,000 for the bid security alone. So if you take $50,000, you go tie and down, then somebody come tomorrow and say, no, we'll not be ready, so they cancel them. This is not fair to the bidders.
Okay, you mentioned the cancellation of the first bid. and the reason where the procurement specialist gave not substantial. From TY point of view, what you not think gonna be the reason why they cancel?
Well, the man me not go able to pinpoint because in talk boldly na the radio now. He said then cancel am because they may go get consultation and then find out say there was this TMIS application. The TMIS application not be ready. But the point why they make now is very simple. If you know say this not ready, why you go put this for bid? Then you waste people in time. So this not the thing.
Okay. Now World Bank they support the government of Salone for do this particular project. When I mean cross-check with World Bank for know whether or not they all take this decision for cancel the first one.
No, as I say, the first one will not be put in for this first one. The first one will not be partake at all. We just get a history. And the history, and Mr. Kalon don't come at this station, and he don't come vehemently, don't talk, waiting, make, then cancel them. Me point why they bring now the fact say, don't waste people time. If people them don't go prepare all the document for them bid, then you come, you go, you just cancel it like that. Okay. It is not fair.
So now we can don't now with the discussion to the one where the bid will not take part of. What's not the concern we wanna get?
Okay. Let me just take you aback. Now there were two bids. The first one we bid, and now we now be the most responsive bidder for this particular one. And
why you feel say now the most responsive?
It was evaluated and based on the evaluation report. The evaluation report was sent to the World Bank. You understand? Then the World Bank reevaluates this bid. When they reevaluate the bid, then come again say we are the most responsive. But this bid was eventually cancelled. So this bid then cancelled because they say the money we quote will not be $1.9 million was high. And the budget with them get now $1.5 million. So there was a difference of $400,000. When the World Bank look at this, they look at the product we present, they say no, this bid, according to the requirements and specification of the bid, this price where the Maya quote, not too far from the market price. So Ingo suggests that they either negotiate or they write formally to the bank, let the bank get an approval for them for the $400,000 difference, which they vehemently again refuse. So in light of this all, before we go to this process, we will go get for Kanto, whether the main pain of this particular bid, now the testing. The bid procedure gets several arms, and the final arm now been the testing. Test bed was set, and the test parameters, there are benchmarks where you they look for a particular test on this particular bid. This not an ordinary tablet. You see, I think say Mr. Kalon waiting a miss from this. Now the fact say before don't get serious technical engagement, let it understand waiting the entirety of this technical specification. So it miss them all along the way. It miss them all along the way, my brother. So in light of this, they look at them, they say no, this one, they might have meet the specification far above, and I think say, let them go, let them award them this thing. They vehemently refuse, and they request that this bid should be cancelled.
What are they refuse for?
The FEPs. The FEPs. The FEPs, where at the talk, I got to talk about the head. When Ambrose say, when are the project coordinator. He's the project coordinator of this. So Mr. Kalon can't be alone on this. So in light of this, then cancel them. When they cancel them, then decide for relaunch. But the point where they make now the fact say, if you not do your homework fine, forget the detail specification and look at, in terms of this specification, what will be the possible cost. And in budgeting, normally you can put plus or minus. And most of the time you can put some plus percentage. Where for every given moment in time, you go say, well, this one, if it go over, now this. Well, if it come below, then it go meet this.
Okay. You mentioned earlier, say, in your explanation, say, the actual amount we then put now for this particular product now $1.5 million.
Yes.
But when we are doing our own bidding,
Yes.
the money exceeds to $1.9 million.
Yes.
In the first place, till why we get any knowledge to the actual amount where they be don't put for this particular product?
Let me tell you, World Bank projects do not hide the amount they did at the website. It did at the website. So
then why TY we go above the mark?
Yeah, because TY look say the specification where them put. If you go put this, I know they go do business for can loss. I do them because I look and say, then go get a reconsideration. And we come after. Where if somebody technical look at this, it go say, no, this price where they put low. When this not the case on this one.
But now be ever take time for explain to una partners them the reason why una go above the mark?
With partners there as Huda. They look at bid requirement. And we get, as I say, we get the biggest supply chain contact when it comes to ICT. So we look at and span around all the products them within the market and look say the cheapest you go get and making minimum profit. This will be the price. Not to say we go put them because we just get an arbitrary price. No. We put them for like it meet a competitive value with regards to the market price. That make we do dandy.
All right. You don't talk about the first bidding where una do we say according to you they cancel that first bidding day, but una do another bidding where una get concern. What's not this concern?
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Before we go to the second bidding, I want to tell una the importance, why this is important. You know, as I start my presentation by giving that this particular project, now the President in Flagship program, is very important for the citizen of this country. It's very important for me people within Natongoyama, inside Kailang district. Important for the people within a far north, Nakabala. It's very important. Now, this second bidding process, after the Dawn cancel the first one, we rebid again. And when we bid, there was several inconsistencies. There's several ambiguities in the document. I therefore write severally to Mr. Kalon for clarification. For any time Mr. Kalon come with a clarification, it come with another clarification where I get for do. So for any time we go answer one question, it put doubt for me again for ask another question. So this was just going in a round-robin state. It go round and round the circle. So myself not get for beer, and the time for submission been the come. So what I do, I write to the senior procurement specialist of the World Bank. I explain to her and say, this man, I not believe saying that the author of this document. Let me get the author of this document, like he answer to them queries here will they put. Then put we back again for over 1 month.
Waiting are some of them queries and the way you can get issue with which he writes Kalon, but still you not can understand.
Okay, one, that being the evaluation criteria. The evaluation criteria was really straight, you understand? We will need some clarity, you understand, in terms of minimum, preferred, and the preferred score. There was a table with a set, and this table, you get attributes. And this attribute, if I just relate them to the tablet, this is not the tablet. You understand? This tablet gets what we call, it get like for the screen size. The screen size, they don't tell you, say, the minimum we required of this, now 8 inches. But we prefer 10 inches. but then give a minimum score where na 5 marks for these 8 inches, then give a score for the preferred where na 10 marks. So when you total and this attribute, you get 45 attributes with a score, where if you multiply each attribute gets 2 marks. So if you multiply 2 by 45, it will give a minimum marks, where now for the minimum score of 90 marks. Then the preferred score be there at every side where gets the preferred score, you get 10 marks. So there were 8 of them. No, there were 8 of them, yes. So if you take 8 of them preferred scores, then you add them. Now the preferred marks now 80. If you add 80 plus 90, it gives a total of 170 on criteria 1. But one of the clarification where I come, sorry for this, because me, I learn small maths. I look and say, okay, now if you get the preferred, you don't get the preferred way now 10 marks. Then, but the specification where they ask for, if they say 8 inches, 10 inches, they I get 13 inches. But this one, this particular attribute, then when they said for this criteria, it deal with the appropriateness of the tablet, and the appropriateness, it come with durability, it come with efficiency of this one. So if you look at this from this perspective, if you go and give above this particular preferred, I asked Mr. Kalon, I said, Mr. Kalon, if somebody don't give above, I think say we forget some weighted average on this one, because when they talk about performance, if you give me 8, if you don't give me 13, and you preferred 10, and the minimum na 8, then you don't forgive me the same mark with the man will give you dandy. We go back and forth, back and forth. Wait till Mr. Kalando. Fit a pull and come out. For any clarification what I ask, it a pull and come out. For every, so a lean this big document now to a very small, minute area, which I know not didn't get for the focus on the marking. So in light of this, when we don't go through all this, we get and don't forget 5 different versions of one big document. 5 different versions. But at the end of the day, we go back and forth, back and forth. Then the World Bank, after I write, then get for come in, they help and sanitize them. Then sanitize them to a point where I say, you know waiting, let no waste time, let we move on. But waiting baffle me. This now be a purely technical bid. When I say technical, the technical viability of this bid be so high. But Mr. Kalon, what he do? He weights the technical at 30%. Then he rates the financial at 70%. Me, I don't know for anybody else or some the procurement, I might be wrong. I don't see on no side of the wall. But this now been the continuous way where it deceive, where I get experience, and where at the top of this radio for let everybody hear it. Mr. Kalon deceived this process to the point where it's unbearable.
All right. Just for procure tablets, it's over 3 years. What does this mean? If up till now, then kind of process here don't stall, and this particular tablet now for the education sector for address some of the issues of ghost teachers.
Okay. Thank you very much for this. This is really important. If the party hear this, let hear this. As we talk about the Pine Flagship Program, one of the key things where this tablet they for, this tablet not for go teach, now for monitor teachers. And we don't find out say, ghost teacher, it don't been so can't warm now with system. And we don't lost, the government they lost a lot of money on ghost teachers. Hypothetically, if I can say, we take 38,000 teachers, a rough estimate, in this country, where on the average teacher, they earn 1.2 million leones. They take 15% of that one day. as ghost teachers. Now $300,000. This country, the people of Sierra Leone, they lost on a monthly basis. So what happened? The World Bank thought it fit, and they employed the service of Charlie Goldsmith Associates for develop an application where they will use on this tablet for coil down these ghost teachers. 3 years, as you say, for now. If you take this amount of money per month, you prorata over 1 year, it's $3.6 million now in this country they lost. If you take out over 4 years from the inception of FEPS, with 2024 December, they make them 4 years, the government done lost $14.4 million. Hypothetically, the power for use that money there, either will build new school, a help for the school feeding, it go build hospital where we want, we go benefit the citizen of this country. But we depend this. We know they get, the people are not they get, waiting and deserve. It's not good for the country. The power need the legacy where it go. It need the legacy and the flagship program. Now in legacy, we get for Siam through. If then two people here, they sit down, they say they stifle them, we go vehemently resist. And una waiting at the studio, una get picking the way they go school. I go ask una for join me on this fight for make sure say then two people here, you understand, they come out of the system.
All right, now somebody go to listen go say maybe you did do this just for get money or for you interest.
My brother, this is not about money. The people that will know me, they're going to say are far gone beyond this. This is a small project. Wait till I don't tell you what I read in me first opening. If you look at this project, this is a project that spans over millions of dollars. This is about the passion. I tell you, say, me, I don't get semblance of free education will be small. Una not go get the opportunity for get them. Una not be able to understand how they drive back.
We don't talk about a lot of issues them we get for do with the procurement of then tablets here. Now, what's your major concern will you get at this moment?
Thank you very much. First of all, let me just go back to the letter I received on the 1st of August from Mr. Kalom.
This year?
This year, the 1st of August. I will read. Submission of samples for the procurement of solar power tablets and accessories for the Teaching Service Commission under the Sierra Leone Free Education Project. I write to refer to the above subject and to inform you that according to the bidding document, reference ITB 11.2I and 11.3D, samples will be required for the recommended bidder. Also, section Roman 7, schedule of requirement, page 119, device testing and commissioning. Recommended bidder will have to submit 2 samples of any device with estimated purchase quantities above 1,000 units. The samples should be identical to the units to be supplied after the farm ordered is in place. Now, for this test, there are 5 test parameters where it was sent to me. And we then at the bid document, this was an extract from the bid document. When I then test here, you for do. We've gone through this test once, this is not the first time. And we passed this test, and they get a consultant, we develop this RFP, we now develop, these are just not ordinary tests. These are tests for check the resilience, the performance of these tablets where you they say you they supply. Now, you get the Psychogen fingerprint application test. You get the Google application waiting for this one. So waiting that get for me. This particular fingerprint, now then they use, the teachers then they use for attendance. If they connect to the tablet, you use them for the attendance. So nobody no go come just like where people can just write the name and somebody say, well, go write name for me. If you want to pass, sometimes you cut your finger, you give this man, say, well, keep this finger for me. You know, anytime where you ready, if you want be ghost, then go to put your finger. Where that is not possible. 2, you get the check cross GPS. So waiting this suppose for me. It is supposed for me say if you say you the cheat at Korobora, the GPS coordinate of Korobora, it did it. So when they come, when you put your fingerprint na nande, it tell you say na yanda yes, you be registered on a day you check in na morning for go teach. You know the command you go look, for example, somebody don't register na bo. They didn't free to they do some NGO. It go na one school and say body abo help me but why can na money I go just register. So but this GPS they prevent dandy for happen. Then you get the sequel the SQL cheaper performance application. These are the most important test because this time they show you the resilience of this particular tablet. This one where I show you. So it get the test parameters where you for adhere to. You get for be in adherence to that one day. For example, you get the single core test where they don't set a parameter say if you for be 140, but we prefer 160. But when we do we own test, we get 306 on this. 308, sorry, from this. This can be proven. Now, we get the number 4. When at the benchmark 5 single core performance score. This score day. These are attributes. This one, the scores then day. You get for match then score. Then you get the PC benchmark test. But now, waiting Mr. Kalondu. This time waiting Mr. Kalon sent to me. He said, I then test it then they go do. But what he do? He take this tablet them. He send them now Ministry of Communication, Technology and Innovation. I know they doubt the people in there. But you see, I always they say, technology na science. Science na fact. You can't deviate. When I say fall whitey white, my brother, it take this a crangudi. But during the interview now, the interviewer asked him, say, why you been care and go, and how would I do one before? That was a very good question. We don't be able to answer. How they do one before? They may take this, we they take with sample, we do with test. As I tell you, this time a proposal. If the TV they get them, this is my proposal. You see them? Now we have the test where we do. We get the test. If I can just flip. This time we test. And the test result. My brother, when you sick, you go to the hospital. The first way they do, then they give you test. When they give you test, now result you they get. But waiting come, the report will me preview too. Now not get test result.
From the ministry?
From the ministry, there's no test result.
How
now
sure,
report.
How sure you be?
I preview to the report. I preview to the report. You don't go ask me how I get them. I go, I tell you, say, I will go behind this to the end. Because at the end of the day, I want let justice be done for the picking them, not for me now.
What's in the report say? We preview to?
The report, of course, now evaluation they do. Now evaluation they do. Waiting them we don't do before. Where the evaluation committee we don't do. Now just part of them, this report go show. And not show nothing on these 5 attributes of this test.
My question is it waiting the report say for the benefit? Is it that they don't disqualify you or waiting?
The report now, if I not conclusive. It's say inconclusive. I go tell you. I go read one of 2 things then from the report. One, it says solar charger control. There was no solar charger control now. Even in the document, so the solar charge control now an integral part of the solar panel where we supply. So if you don't go take now, just like when you go take one chip out the glass, you talk say, well now this I talk about. It just talk about them. You understand? So this was not even part. So what it say indoor look then it say while all parameters look standard, we couldn't verify the efficiency of the panel due to testing equipment limitation. This come back to the question I want to ask them, whether the ministry get the capacity Not on me. This that the ministry they say then get equipment limitation. Then when the abo pan say then they go do test. Then when the abo pan say they go do test, they say they get limitation. But wait till they go test. And this test where he say in do, and not even the part of this. But if you don't go, we are the results.
Now from the report where you say you PV,
yes.
Now they get this.
Now they are getting verbatim. Now they are getting verbatim.
All right. Now, at this point, is it that you question, the capability of the ministry that they don't get the know-how for test this particular tablet?
Well, you see, I know they denounce the capability. But before you test, you get set parameters them.
Wait, not the parameters.
Where you for set. Where a day, now the document. This now I don't read where Mr. Kalongi. So you for the report where you forget for be in alignment with this kind where I show you so. You see, this now the GPS. When they say test the GPS, the cross GPS, it show you all the satellites. Waiting to happen. All it need for do, it take 3 of these satellites and triangulate. It locate your position for accuracy. That's all. Then you get this other test, the benchmark test. Look at all me tests and they in alignment according to the document. You see, this now the single core performance test. They say test and put your record. Record you the number where you get. Then give you the minimum where they require with a 140. And the preferred with a 160. But look beyond, we get 308. So this is what we are expecting. Not to report. We need test results. Then they can show you the test result where they do in conformity with what the World Bank required. And like I tell you now, we've gone through this once. We test, we get the test report, we send the test report, we get videos of the drop test because you get for drop this. You see how? Look at face down. Face down. Look at this down.
All right, hold on.
Face down. You see? Face down at stable level 0.7 centimeter. You see? Kahula, but let me not go. Come, sir. Kahula.
No, you do a normal.
Okay.
Camera.
You see? Face down. Look at a crack. A not broke. This is one of the tests. You take the measurement you put on. But I don't see none of the tests now. But if you look my reports, we not only do them, we do them 0.9 centimeter. And the recommended test, look at this now from the manufacturer. This now from the manufacturer. Look at 1 meter now in the test. Okay. And let me tell you now one thing again. I get the manufacturer test report. Look at the manufacturer test report. All angles then did 17 drops. Look at it from the manufacturer.
Okay. You don't talk about the reports where you say you don't see, where you allege say come up from the Ministry
yes.
of Communication with regard the testing of them products. So, and according to you, the report inconclusive. At this stage, what do you think is need for be done?
Let us just interject a little while. We were expecting a result. And from this result, now you get a report.
But according to you, no result.
There's no result. The result will be attached to a report. But because test was not done, there is nothing related to waiting at the attribute of the test that will be done.
So what do you think is need for be done from TY?
Let them take this, let them follow the same procedure. We don't do with test, let them take this test, send them back to the World Bank. Right. Let them send that to the World Bank, let everybody free from this. Okay. This is not just waste of time. The World Bank, the report where they said, I will tell you guys tomorrow, the World Bank will reject it.
All right, Mr. Toure, then process there for test equipment, how it can be? Is it that na being on a back on a front of on a can do testing?
Well, as I tell you, waiting we been do before for the first tablet. We do them because Federico, when are the expert in day. Federico, when are the expert in day. Now, somewhere, now the Philippines, me no know. You understand? He said, let we do video evidence, just like what I don't do so. They take me tape rule, measure. They take me tape rule, measure, and measure them. When I don't take Mr. Full measure and measure them, then we look at them, then we take them from there. Then this tablet we see, we take them and put them inside water for 30 minutes. Why this is important? These people are not stupid. It's important they know the terrain, the way they use them. If we go use this na side way, it's not easy for let you get it's not easy for let you get electricity. Now I make them say, look, get solar charger, we they can foldable.
All right.
Foldable solar charger. Then if somebody they work out with some picking the whole and the mistake drop them and not go broke. If you rain come, if you don't it gonna rain, it soak, it not go destroy.
Okay, as you talk earlier on, say the reports from the ministry don't come out, and up till now you know see, but we understand say the report don't go World Bank. You are aware of that?
Aware of that, yes.
Okay. So how it can be? Is it the donor that we can pay for certain thing, or the support government? The report we the ministry do, is it not direct the na World Bank if I go, or if I go through una force, una satisfy, and then thank you forward them?
Well, you see, I'm not going to say too much on that because Mr. Kalon gets in your way they doing thing. The way Mr. Kalon they do in thing is different from the normal things. Because I see this will be for transparency. If you say you don't go test, now I make the World Bank, if you go, the World Bank will vehemently refuse it because you get for show, say, test report. The test report for you video evidence. Say this test really you do. Because like I don't show you drop test now. If I don't show you drop test, you understand this, you evidently say you don't see them. But somebody with the under, you go say, but this thing be say Yibam, but you know Yibam. You see, but let me tell you one of the things that we're really, really burning, you know, before I forget. You see, during the financial opening, I was expecting me alone. Because I believe, now me one day no more than evaluate. Duco Pro, when I be the next company, was not even evaluated because you know meet the eligibility criteria. Mr. Kalon single-handedly evaluated it. How we know this? During the evaluation opening, the bid opening of the financial, we get for stand we down for 1.5 hours. The evaluators there and Mr. Kalon, then go the whole long, then talk, but the thing when no be do, no even lock the door, they are vividly waiting and they talk. Then they ask Mr. Kalon, would I evaluate this? Would I evaluate this? Then guess what? Mr. Kalon evaluated the technical proposal and give Duco Pro 100%. 100%, my brother. I mean, not say I know sign of the world.
How much percent they give now?
They agree with this now, not to then give we. Waiting we earn. We earn 99.3% by the committee of evaluators. But Duco Pro, now Mr. Kalon one go. But then later, if a mistake, we go challenge him. We will go challenge them in a court. You get for go prove them and get for prove the evaluation report where it do. Me not see whose kind criminality we pass standing.
Okay, now we'll look at the process. Normally, when the testing can be done, how the report can go about. What are the process? Is it that the report goes straight to the donor that way they provide the funding, or it can go to one of the bidders them and later they send the reports to the donors them?
Well, honestly, I'm not going to talk too much on that because we not bidder, we the bid. Where we bid, we can go. Where we can go, when we not the most responsive, just as then right way. You understand? The right to say, una not the most responsive. Waiting to happen at the back end, because I guess say this one, already they don't give a no objection. The World Bank don't give a no objection for sign this contract. And Mr. Kalon promised for sign this contract on the 30th of August. The 30th of August don't pass. He said that they go do test. Test to knock out test result. A cow test report. As you take and boom, they're waiting to understand from this. Now 2 reports they send. He sent another one when at the higher tech product where Duco Pro we not even meet the eligibility criteria where it forcefully go evaluate it get 100%. But when you look at the combined score, you understand, after I don't do all that, they thinking that we own percentage go be whatever. At the end of the day, we come out clean with 99.8%.
They ever copy now?
We get done. We get that report there. 99.8%.
What's not the reason why you think say up till now they no one give you this?
But this one definitely not kickback, bruh. Them I don't eat, bruh. This one I'll talk and straight. Let it take me to court. Because no way, no day, I will explain this. At the expense of the people of this country. At the expense of picking them. At the expense of me mama, me auntie we na tongo ya mayanda. They struggle, they go to farm for go teme for leggy picking lunch. Then they provide books. I said they derail all the process. If I just go back, let's just take one step back, my brother, because I involved in the teaching and learning material. Up to date, school don't they open now. Picking at the beginning of school tomorrow, no one get single book no day for supply them. Waiting, why you delay? For even the teacher them, for let them learn them or practice them, then practice workbook them. Brother photocopy them again for go photocopy. This is a shame to the nation. This is a shame. Let us step up, my brother. Let us step up.
You talk about kickback.
Yes.
Throughout the process.
Yes.
Anybody ever asked TY for kickback?
Nobody will ask TY. They not say TY go be vehemently revulsive on that day. Nobody will come to TY. Now that they make within this situation, so my brother.
All right. We understand. Say you didn't court again for another issue.
Yes.
What's another issue? Then?
Well, me no go delve into the nitty-gritty of that issue.
Just in brief.
Yes, I go just give in brief. Then Maya go falsify the bidder falsify an information.
Who done the Maya?
There are Diaco. First of all, the thing we're interested in here, there are two companies we go. Now me and Diaco now in the right say me can second, Diaco can first. But Diaco get problem with a NACIT. When just imagine this is a statutory document of this country. NACIT and NRA clearance. The validity of that one since 2000. Since 2020, sorry. Since 2020. So this one then go present and when a challenge, we go IPRP. IPRP request that then re-advertise. They not go re-advertise, then go to the back door again. This same deception what they talk about. Then go to the World Bank. Then go right to the World Bank say, me, Naya, TY Memory Masters, we don't go complain na IPRP, na we own document, na falsify. Then the World Bank, by extension, say, oh, but if them people here, then we can complain, then document falsified, then there is no point, it not going to make any difference in the score. Una go ahead and award. Then right back, they come back to Safa Abdullah, Emmanuel Safa Abdullah, winner the chairman, and come back and tell us, say, Pa, World Bank don't go ahead. Instead of sit down and look at the nitty-gritty of the thing. You understand? It's okay when I go ahead, but that ruling will be done, say, let me wait to call still now. So you see, it's when I go ahead, but I hold this ruling. When I not go ahead, now just like that day. But at the end of the day, we may get for go and go to court for this one.
Okay.
Yeah. So the matter in a court, I'm not going to say too much on that.
Inside the program, we'll start for look at messages. This one from Umaru Farouk. Safa Shaka is say at least we have a day off, but today is not holiday. I wonder where they got this from. The Prophet, peace be upon him, never asked anyone to follow, never asked his follower to celebrate his birthday. All I see is imitation.
This one from we 077981981 say why government always target teachers when there are other MDAs who are more corrupt than teachers. This one they come up from Lamin Nalomble.
This one from Daniel Mara is say TY Memory Masters has impacted so many lives of the youth in the country.
This one, our Facebook page say, I will strongly encourage a gentleman in the studio to reach out to the Sierra Leone Local Content Agency to have his indigenous IT firm registered with us as we are developing a critical database of qualified indigenous Sierra Leoneans and service providers both home and abroad. And this one, they come up from Fudiba Dabo.
This other one from Macten and Yingla is saying, Mr. Kalon is saying, whilst the director is saying another, someone is not economical with the truth. I'm calling the attention of the Anti-Corruption Commission to interfere in this issue. Come out from Macten and New England.
This one, our Facebook page say you want to help the government against ghost teachers fraud, but your bidding price was way above just because you think the money is coming from World Bank. They have rights to cancel the bid because they cannot afford the extra. This one they come out from Ture Jones, our Facebook page.
This other one again say, of course, Mr. Ture is the most qualified IT specialist in the nation called Sierra Leone.
This one from Thomas Coker on Facebook page say, this is a project I have followed with keen interest since inception. Mr. Mohamed Kalon, the procurement specialist, is one of the corrupt officials at FEPS because of kickback he has received from Duco Pro. That is why he has always raged to award this contract to the most qualified bidder in the person of TY Memory Masters.
This one from Tony Jones, he say, I think the guy in the studio wants everything for his own gain. You cannot increase your bidding price more than the budgeted price by over $400,000 and expected to get the bid. You guys should tailor your bid within the amount.
Well, this one say from Abubakar Rashid say, please, well, this message not seem to be clear, Usman.
This one from Thomas Coker, say, hello Radio Democracy. This is a project I have followed with keen interest since inception. Mr. Kalon, the procurement specialist. Mr. Kalon is the procurement specialist, and I call on the Anti-Corruption Commission to come in. Well, these are some of the messages that we'll get inside the program. You go respond to them, sir.
Yes, I think I will just go. I think that two of the messages that they talk about price. I don't think the listeners there or the Facebook and looker really understand what they talk. There are two projects, and then two projects where the first one was cancelled because of pricing. This second one, the budget price, now $3 million. And we bid price now $2,790,000. So we did far below the budget. So we not bid above. And the bidder where Mr. Kalon they look at now $3,600,000 they bid $800,000 and more. So now that.
All right. Now we not get better time again inside the program at this moment, which you expect or which you want.
Okay. So before I go to Dandy, quickly let me just some tell and not just keep them out. You see, in the bid document, one part they will be right say bidder has experience in that the evaluation criteria. Bidder has and a scoring criteria also. Bidder has experience in one educational technology project in Sierra Leone, then they give 5 marks. Automatically, Duco Pro don't lost a 5 mark day. How Duco Pro end up forget 100%? Mathematically, at the left hand to the bidder, to the listeners, then let them do the calculation. This man not get any office, he not get semblance of anything, he not do nothing at this country. Then they say you forget 5 mark if you don't do something. That 5 mark they not supposed to forget them. Yeah. So they ask if waiting and want
at this moment, in terms of testing.
In terms of testing, now this thing don't go. People that don't listen and wait. I think say people don't go want result. And this other text that we say, you understand, now from your own personal gain or what have you, you understand? Let INSEF come, let them do a public test. Let we do a public test, let them get neutral people in. There are several IT people in this country. Let them get neutral people in, let them do an open test. All man see will get a big screen and then see the drop test, then put it inside water. This is a simple test, they're not going to take you so much time. The only thing we go take, that they will go left hand because now the battery life test. Because you go for charge 100% and you put on, and this one they consume about 26 hours 59 minutes. Where I put now, Mr. said do the test. If you put on, you run all the application there at once. So now then I want let them do for me. Now do a public test.
Well, plenty thank you to you, Engineer Mohamed Alpha Toure, who come up from TY Memory Masters Limited, where you don't take way through them concerns and where they get for circa the 6,000 solar tablet where government is trying for procure for schools across the country. Plenty thank you for your joining today in the program.